Hi guys, welcome to Polkeball. This is 17th of July 2019, Wednesday, almost 11 p.m. And yeah, you just must have heard in the background like this really loud bike. I have always wondered, like what is the objective of having such a bike? Who has such a bike? Like why do these people have these bikes? I mean, I knew friends who were like 16, 17, 18 who had such bikes. When they were 20, they had such bikes. Not at 25. I'm sorry, not at 25. Not at 30. Who are these idiots, man? Dude, I swear to God, if I ever become a dictator, the first people in the jails are these guys doing hard labor. Because there is no explanation for this kind of behavior. Once again, it's here. Am I that old uncle who's complaining about random shit again? I don't know. I don't know. Maybe. Fuck it. I genuinely don't know. यार, रात के 11 बजे फुल स्पीड में चला रहा है, इतना आवाज कर रहा है. व्हाट डू यू डूड? आई कैन अंडरस्टैंड इफ यू हैव अ बाइक व्हिच गोज रियली फास्ट. Okay, if it goes really fast, I can understand it satisfies this primal urge to be, you know really fast and show off to everyone. Being loud is a primal urge for a child because it needs milk. Wow. Anyway, Saurapol is not all about just being angry. It's about being authentic, right? And what a week this has been. What a week. You know, I'll begin with cricket because let's be honest, that's all that we could think of. It was mental. The World Cup just got over. I'll be honest, when the World Cup started, it was a really dull World Cup. For the first time ever, they had a league format, and instead of the usual group stages and different groups, different pots and whatever, and then you fight against only against the teams who are part of your given group, which are randomly selected, if I'm not wrong. And once that happens, you go into the semis, quarters, semis, whatever. And this time we had to play everyone, and we defeated everyone we played against except for England. And we went to the semis against New Zealand, and it was a very low score, if you ask me, around 240 or something. And I remember I had gone out with a friend in the evening, and she wanted to watch the game. I did not want to watch the game because I had seen the score. New Zealand batting first. I was like, "ये जीतने वाले हैं, boss, पता है." And we don't win. I mean, the match goes to the next day and we are 6 for 3, 5 for 3. I realized it when we were 6 for 3. My colleague told me. And I was like, मजाक कर रहे हो क्या यार? 6 for 3. I don't know. I don't know. I really wanted India to at least go to the finals. Even if we would have lost in the finals, I would have been fine with it. You know? But not clearing semi-finals was something which pissed me off. But as I have mentioned in the post before, right, on Polkeball, if you're following Polkeball on Facebook and on our website, of course, that it was an experience which made me realize that, yeah, man, like I still love cricket. Somewhere deep down, I still love cricket. And especially the Indian cricket team. I really love that part of my life. And I feel lucky to be an Indian cricket fan because there are very few fans in this world who can claim to be the world's best fans. And I think the Indian cricket fan is one of the world's best fans. They're a credit to the sport, they're a credit to the team, they're a credit to the nation, they're credit to the community of fandom. Like you look at a Brazilian football fan or a English football fan, you know, or an Indian cricket fan. I think those kind of fans are the best fans ever. You see, American NFL fans, American basketball fans. Those guys are crazy too. You know, I mean, and I feel lucky. यार, like मैं एक Indian cricket fan हूँ. Not everyone in this world can claim to be an Indian cricket fan, and we take it for granted. And that loss against New Zealand reminded me how lucky I was to be an Indian cricket fan, something being part of something bigger than you. Um, Thoughts about the game? I felt, I mean, we were riding our luck this entire World Cup. We didn't realize it, but What really scared me was the game against Afghanistan, to be very honest. Because when I saw that game, I was like, bro, if we get a ruthless opposition, we are going to suffer. And a little bit of bad luck and a little bit of a ruthless opposition, we are going to suffer. That's exactly what happened. And honestly, when we lost to England in the group stages, I was really happy. I was really happy because I was like, एक लॉस तो बनता ही है knockouts के पहले. Otherwise, you go into the knockouts thinking, हाँ हमें तो कुछ हो ही नहीं सकता. You know, it's either arrogance or it's nervousness. कि यार the law of averages is going to catch up to me, you know, or it's going to catch up with me. So you don't want that. So I was really happy when we lost to England. I was like, चलो अभी तो semis तो जीत ही जाएंगे हम. But we did not. Like, wow. Dhoni, Dhoni people say should not have been part of the World Cup. I'm sorry. Dhoni was going to be part of the World Cup. We knew back in 2016 itself. Like जब वो 2015 के बाद he still continuing to play. I was like, bro, ये 2019 100% खेलेगा, and he played. My problem with Dhoni in this World Cup was that he had a pivotal role to play in the entire squad, in the team management, in the on-field performances. Or in fact, some of the selections I'm pretty sure must have been green lighted by Dhoni. And he's what, 38 years old? Yeah, he's 38 years old now. I'm sorry, you can't have a 38-year-old pivotal player in your sport sporting team. You can't. And I am a Dhoni fan. I really love Dhoni. Dhoni was what I begged for, what I prayed for as a kid. Literally prayed to God that God, please give Indian cricket a finisher. And I didn't get one, I got multiple in the form of, you know, KF, Yuvraj, Dhoni, those guys. Like I wanted India's own Michael Bevan, and I got something even better. So I'll always be grateful to Dhoni. What a legend. I love Dhoni, but boss, he should not have been part of this squad as a pivotal member. He should have been part of the squad and not the first team. He should not have. He shouldn't have been part of the playing 11. I mean, and that's exactly when we lost the World Cup, if you ask me. And although all of the hindsight is always 2020, but the way we were playing, why Dhoni had to become a pivotal player, because the middle order sucked. एंड समवेयर आई फील अंबती रायडू का मतलब कि हाय लग गई हमारी टीम को. Although Ambati Rayudu would never do that, but I'm pretty sure he hates the selectors. And now it has come to light that in fact there is dressing room disharmony in the Indian cricket team, with problems between two camps, between Virat Kohli and Rohit Sharma. So Virat Kohli, right? So the thing about Virat Kohli is heard it on another podcast, the Attention Place podcast by Mr. Arnab Ray. So I heard it over there, and he said it best that Kohli was playing, he was in the flow, but he wasn't in the Kohli flow. You know, usually when Kohli plays, like he is the best batsman around. But this time round, it was Rohit Sharma who was playing like Virat Kohli. With all due respect to Rohit Sharma, let's be very honest, none of us expected him to play that well, and he was the best batsman in the entire tournament, and of course India's best batsman, no doubt about it. But Kohli was not Kohli. You could feel it, and I was worried about him. And see, here's the thing, right? Kohli still kept on scoring 50s, 50s, 50s. Excellent performance, no doubt about it. But a Virat Kohli who doesn't score a century worries me. You know, I mean, not every match, of course. Uh, Once every 5 to 6 matches, I want him to score a century, because I'm like, bro, अगर इसको नहीं मिला वो कॉन्फिडेंस, ये गलत टाइम पे हगेगा. Sorry for that language, but I think that's what he did. And I don't know. I don't know. I was really disappointed in the way he got out. And I don't know. I mean, I love Kohli, of course, but he's a horrible captain. He's completely dependent on Dhoni. And if for nothing else, Dhoni should be leaving the Indian cricket team for Kohli's sake. Because Kohli is that boy who is always like, बड़े भैया है ना, बड़े भैया हमको संभाल लेंगे. Kohli always comes off to me as that kind of a captain कि बड़े भैया संभाल लेंगे, धोनी भैया है, कोई टेंशन नहीं है. So I don't think he has exercised his captaincy muscles at all. like at all. And that affects the Indian team and will affect us in the future. So maybe they're going to make Rohit Sharma the captain for tests, or sorry, for ODIs, and Kohli the captain for tests or something of that sort. I don't know what are they going to do. But whatever they need to do, they need to do very quickly, because Dhoni is not going to hang around forever. And Virat, just like Sachin, I think is a better batsman than he's a captain. So just for his sake, I think we need to really do something about it. That being said, coming to the final match, um, the greatest World Cup final ever, the greatest cricket match ever I have ever seen. And trust me, I've seen the 400 plus South Africa versus Australia in Johannesburg, the first ever 400 plus run chase. And that match was unbelievable, but it was just a random series which was happening, and suddenly news broke out that in Australia ne 400 plus mara, and we were like, wow, South Africa is so jacked. And then news broke out that was South Africa might just win this. And I remember, switching on the TV and losing my mind when Mark Boucher hit the winning runs. And I was so scared when Brett Lee was bowling the last over. But that match had nothing compared to this insane final between England versus New Zealand. I mean, what was that final? Bro, if it were an IPL final, we would call match fixing. Like, there would be a parliament inquiry. The Supreme Court would get involved. The International Corruption Bureau, if it exists, I am making shit up right now. They would get involved. There is no way this final would have happened in India and people would have been like, ha ha, sab sahi chal raha hai. The best part about this final was that it took place in England, where more or less, यार, corruption तो नहीं होगा यहाँ पे, at least not in cricket. And Ben Stokes, I think, has played one of the top five greatest cricketing innings of all time. Like, unbelievable. And for those of you who don't know this, Ben Stokes was born in New Zealand, by the way. And I think he's been in the UK since the age of 6. And his father, Ben Stokes' father, still stays in New Zealand, just by the way. Pretty interesting. And many cricketers from the England team are actually from different countries. Like, I think Jofra Archer is West Indian. You have a couple of people from South Africa. The captain Ian Morgan was is from Ireland. Yeah, come on. So very interesting. I think they followed the whole French football team model, and it clearly paid dividend. Clearly paid dividend. And I don't know if you guys remember this. England were almost knocked out of the World Cup, and if it weren't for their win against us and New Zealand and a couple of other teams, they were completely out. Like, they had completely messed it up. And I mean, I remember best of their opener saying that it's a typical English mentality to blame their own players and not supporting our fans or this and that. And it could have been a horrible tournament for them, and they just turned it around. I mean, momentum matters, and this is why I wanted India to lose against England, right? But um, I don't think we ever. I wanted them to lose so that they could look at some cracks and fill them up before the knockouts, which is what England did, and I don't think India did that. I don't think India did that. Uh, I genuinely believe New Zealand should have won that World Cup. Genuinely believe New Zealand should have really won that World Cup. Kane Williamson should have lifted that World Cup, but Ben Stokes, he would not be denied. That innings deserved a World Cup winning medal. All right. The best part about that game was not the fact that the ball thrown by Guptill himself hit Stokes's bat and went for a four, and it should have been 5 runs, but it was given as 6 runs. Whatever. It wasn't that. I don't think that was the best part of the match. I think the best moment of the match for me was Ben Stokes being caught, if I'm not wrong, by Trent Bolt on the crease, you know, and The thing was, if you look at the body language of the fielder when he was caught, but it actually went out for a six because the fielder's legs were on the boundary line. Rewatch it. The fielder was extremely casual. When he was taking that catch, he thought that, boss, I am in the right place. That body language tells you that the fielder knows he is in the right place. The ball is coming. All they have to do is catch it. And when he caught it, when the fielder caught the ball, the first thing he did, he looked back and he realized, oh shit, I've made a mistake. I actually am on the boundary, almost on the boundary. Now tell me if this isn't Lagan type shit. This is exactly what happened in Lagan. Like, bro, even if you watch that in the movie, you felt, wow, what a movie. You instantly remember, bro, like, it's a script. Hai. But this happening in a World Cup final is insane. Ben Stokes out हो जाता, खत्म हो जाता, वो गेम ही बर्बाद हो गया था यार. I'll tell you why New Zealand lost. I think they weren't ruthless. That is the difference. An Australian fielder would have never done that. That's what I genuinely believe. An Australian fielder would have never done that. The super over were incredible. 15 बनाया England ने, 16 to win for New Zealand. New Zealand also made 15. But New Zealand lost. What kind of logic is this? Why? Because England hit more boundaries. I'm sorry, this is not baseball. Cricket is much, much more cerebral than just a hitting contest. Why is the ICC converting limited over cricket into T20? Okay, 50 over cricket, it has the best of T20 and the best of a test match also in a way, because there is some amount of strategy that you can put in. I don't think there is any strategy in T20. Okay, there are just tactics. Okay, and they are very dynamic in nature. I think ODI, 50 over ODI cricket is amazing. It has phases in which you can play and how you can play. It's just that these guys are feeding us with junk of T20. In fact, T20 format is the one which actually made me shy away from being a active primary cricket fan, just by the way. A lot of other things also happened this week. Of course, while it was going on, the Wimbledon final, I still can't believe Djokovic won because I was also watching that game side by side. What I felt bad was Djokovic, even in the media, after he won, did not get the coverage Federer would have got if he would have won that Wimbledon. They would have called him a gladiator. They would have called him the greatest of all time, which he is. See, the media completely sucks off Roger, okay? And I don't blame them, but give Djokovic his due. The reason Djokovic does not get his due is because he's politically incorrect. Now, why is that coming in the way of appreciating greatness? Doesn't he have like 14 or 16 Grand Slams? Djokovic, isn't he third in the all-time rankings? Number one being Roger, second being Nadal, and Djokovic is younger than both of them. It's ridiculous. Djokovic defended against two championship points. In fact, if anything, Roger Federer choked in this final. Let's be very honest. We would have said the same for anyone else, but just because he is the greatest of all time, we do not. The thing about Roger is, which I didn't like in the match, I mean, it's not his fault, is the crowd was shamelessly pro Roger. They just did not want Djokovic to win. I'm like, it's the final. Come on, give both of them an equal fair chance. But that's what fandom is all about, right? So yeah, Serena versus Simona Halep. Simona Halep is Romanian, and she's won her first Wimbledon, if I'm not wrong, and her second. And good for her. 56 minutes is how long the women's Wimbledon final lasted between Serena and Halep. Pretty quick work of Serena, to be very honest. Um, but whatever, this Wimbledon was one of the greatest finals of all time. I mean, the quality of tennis was sensational. Anyway, coming back, let's come back to some other topics here. The movie Super 30 was released, and it's doing all right. Like, it's already earned above 60 crores or something on its fourth, fifth day or something. All right, I think it doesn't have any competition. Maybe that is why it is doing so well. No rave reviews at all. No bad reviews also. Good. Ritik should earn money. Good for him. Area 51. People want to storm Area 51, and it's a secret United States facility where people believe in Area 51 they actually have kept aliens, and It started off as a joke on Facebook where there's a couple of people just put up, like, let's storm Area 51 to see them aliens. They can't stop all of us. And I think it was supposed to happen today. I don't think it happened because Area 51 is a classified location, and you will get shot if you try and trespass, because you can claim there are aliens over there, but there is military tech over there. I'm pretty sure of it. Coming back, you have Anshula Kant. She is the head of SBI, if I'm not wrong, and she has now become the managing director and chief financial officer of the World Bank. Pretty crazy, man. Amazing. She was in risk assessment in SBI. Indian lady with 35 years of work experience in BFSI. Fantastic. I mean, more power to her. We need more such women in our country. That's how real development takes place. At least that's what I feel. Chandrayaan 2. So we were going to launch something related to Chandrayaan 2, all right? But last moment, someone, while these guys were doing checks, they realized there is some error. So they did not go ahead with it. So, not an issue, just a minor setback. I'm pretty sure ISRO is going to bounce back and do well. Amazon Prime Day. So there was this Prime Day which was going on. I think it ended today. I don't think I took it seriously. I mean, I went on it a couple of times. I think this was a flop. Okay, the Amazon Prime Day was a flop. Like I didn't hear a single person saying, "Arey kya baap deal hai, arey ye deal hai, wo deal hai." I don't think I heard anyone do that. Flipkart also simultaneously has something going on. Haven't paid attention to it. Not really. I don't think this year they are concentrating as much on the Prime Day and the Big Billion Day sale or some or crap like that. I think these guys are going the traditional Diwali, Eid, Christmas, New Year wala route. So I think if we wait for 2 3 months, Ganesh Chaturthi, Dhanteras, Dasera was up. I think if we wait till September, October onwards, I think till the end of the year, लास्ट का क्वार्टर पे ये लोग करेगा अच्छा खासा डील्स. I'll wait till then. Um, Today's news was about Kulbhushan Jadhav. So apparently, we have a prisoner of war, or he's not a prisoner of war. We have a we have an individual Indian national who's locked up in Pakistan for quite some time now, and the Pakistanis claim he's a spy. India claims he's wrongly, imprisoned and all. And the International Court of Justice today ruled in favor of India, saying that Kulbhushan Jadhav deserves consular access. So basically, the Indian consulate in Pakistan, you can expect Kulbhushan Jadhav to actually visit that place. So let's see. Hopefully, Pakistan obliges. I don't know. It's these kind of issues are really political in nature. I just hope Mr. Zadhav is free soon. I really hope. I don't want it to be another Sarabjit episode. Like, that was damn depressing. Horrible. Let's end on a good note here. Talking about FaceApp. So, how many of you guys have you seen, on your social media feed, everyone being old? Suddenly, all the pictures are not all the pictures. Some of the pictures are old. Like, how are you going to look like 40 years from now, 50 years from now? I'll be honest. Like, it took me a day, but I fell into the trap. I downloaded FaceApp, and it is actually damn fun. Damn fun. The app is quite good. Check it out. It not just does it have this feature where it can show you how old you will look in 40 to 50 years. It has many other features, and it's damn fun. Trust me, it's damn fun. Some fun facts about it: it was launched in 2017 originally, and when it had come out, it wasn't really it had made news even back then. But they said we'll come back with a better AI engine and this and that, which is crazy. And they have clearly done a great job at it. Um, the founder is Russian. The company is Russian, Wireless Labs, if I'm not wrong. And there are certain like problems, there are certain controversies regarding it. So if you read its privacy statement, if you read its permissions, it can actually use your. They say basically that we can use your images commercially however we want. So that is one bone of contention. Another issue is, of course, that these guys are Russians. So nowadays is not a good time to be a Russian coder, if you know what I mean. And otherwise, I think it's a fun app anyway. I think privacy died the moment we started geotagging what we were doing on our vacations. I think privacy died long back, and we killed it. Of course, were we provided weapons by Silicon Valley? No doubt about it. But we use them, and no one forced us to use them. And yeah, privacy is already dead. I have no hope in terms of ever reclaiming a world where my privacy is respected. I genuinely believe so. Anyway, guys, this session went on for longer than expected. Like wow, almost half an hour, and it was an interesting week, you know, and even on a personal front, to be very honest, and I actually fell sick multiple times. There's viral in the air in Bombay, and it hasn't rained as much in the last 1 week. Hopefully, it rains this week and the coming week, but not too much. Yeah. Once again, thanks a lot, guys. I love you so much. Please share the content. Share karo, like karo, comment karo. अच्छा लगता है. Feels good. And yeah, if there's any feedback, please you can write to us, man. Like I mean, I post on every platform I post on. You can literally comment. You can go on our social media. We are on Instagram, we are on Twitter, we are on Facebook, we are on YouTube. Wherever you are listening, there is a comment section, I'm pretty sure. Write whatever you feel like. Okay. I love you guys. Thank you so much. This has been Pol Ke Bol. Good night.